All right, we'll start with an opening statement from Coach.
I thought that was a really good game for us tonight. I thought our guys came out with a lot of energy early on, played a team that wanted to play really, really fast, so it was important for us to convert our transition defense. And I thought we did that once they got a good flow of the game and understand what was happening with how much pressure they were putting on us on the offensive end. And I thought we did a good job of catching up with them. The second half, we turned our defense up a little bit, was able to get some full court pressure and some quarter court pressure, turned them over a little bit, and was able to get some easy things in transition. But I thought we did a good job. Ben double-double tonight, did a great job on the boards. Thought Carter did a great job as well with the 8 rebounds he had, and obviously, you know, Ezra and Tyron led the way, getting into the paint and creating for themselves and for others.
Questions for Ben or Tyron?
Vin.
Hey, a couple threes. Is that something we could see a little bit more of the rest of the season?
For sure. That is something that I want to continue to develop in my game. You know, so I was just during practice, you know, I really lock in and shooting those, stepping in, and just concentrating a lot, just so in game that I can be prepared and to knock them down, just like I did today.
Tyron, now that you're back from your injury, has been a couple games, do you feel like you're getting a little bit more back into the flow of things?
Yes, just after sitting out a while, you know, definitely lost a little rhythm, lost a little stamina, but after 3 games, I'm getting back to feeling like myself.
How much did it kill you not to be out there for the first couple?
It killed me, man. Just watching on, you can't do nothing, you know, want to go out there and help our guys, you know, but glad to be back.
You got to the line 10 times tonight. What was the key to that?
Just being assertive, you know, no one can probably keep me and Ezra out the lane, so just, you know, attack and staying aggressive the whole game.
Van, how have you enjoyed your first couple months here?
It's been great. You know, it's to be around the guys, you know, continue to do what I do here and just to be around the team and just to be at this university, it's been great. You know, I learned a lot of things here on both sides, academically and athletically, to where I can see all of our futures strive here.
Where do you feel you've improved the most since this time last year?
I definitely say my three-point game, you know, because I didn't really make a lot of shots last year, and so that's something that I really continue to focus on just so I can build off of it.
Anything else? All right, thanks, players.
Appreciate you guys. Good job, man. Some rest.
All right, questions for Coach?
Coach, you got Tyron, of course, going a little bit more today after a tough outing on Wednesday. What did you see in his effort today, and did you guys try to make him more of a piece, or just kind of did it happen more naturally?
I just think he was rushing. I mean, a lot of things, he was just rushing everything. Everything was sped up for him. He's trying to get everything that he's missed over the last few weeks. He's trying to get it all back in 1 or 2 possessions. And it just, so I mean, we just focused on, you know, him, you know, really taking a little bit of time, you know, in the pick and roll, really really using his stutter step a little bit more, trying to read what was going on in the pick and rolls, and we try to, you know, have formations to give him a double gap, so he's, you know, there's not, you know, guys in his lap reaching and raking, and he get a double gap and able to get downhill. I thought a couple of them he pulled up a little bit too soon. I thought he could have got to the basket and finished that, but again, it's just a rhythm thing. He'll get back to being who he is once we get some more reps of live action and practice as well, because they're still coming back, so we're not really pounding them in practice either. So I mean, some of the guys are limited; they only get limited amount of reps in practice. You know, dummy offense, fewer the drills because it's still not, you know, all the way back. But once we heal up a little bit more, positive sign about Colin. I think he gets to work out a little bit tomorrow. So again, I just don't think that we've had probably what I would think our best lineup. Probably hadn't even been on the floor yet. So I think that's a positive that we're still being able to kind of stay afloat, and guys are learning a lot. Our young guys are learning a ton, and I'm pleased with their focus and their detail today. I thought Malik and Jason came in and had real positive impacts on the game as well today.
Carter Lang being in the starting lineup, what did you see from him tonight? Carter
did a good job. I mean, he's just a big body. We get a chance to, I think, possible lineup with Carter, Vin, and Colin at the 3, Tyron at the, at the 2 guard. I mean, I think we're as big as anybody, you know. So we got it. So that helps us on both boards, on the defensive and the offensive boards. But you know, Carter he's a good passer. You know, I think he can take up the distance a little bit on some of his catches in the post. I mean, because he can finish around there. He's got great size around there. I thought he did some good things. Trying to maybe get him away from the 17-foot jumper, but he's, you know, he's learning a lot. Like I said, I mean, all of our guys are learning. I'm pleased with their you know, their focus and their openness to try to understand what we do on a night-to-night basis, and when they get it, we're going to be really, really good.
What does it add to your offense if Ven can continue to make threes like he did tonight?
Well, I just think you want to be able to take advantage of, you know, when they sag off on him. I mean, we run some plays for him. He shoots it at a good clip. I mean, but I think we don't want to take away, you know, his other strengths as well. I mean, he's a really good post player. Throwing it down there to him, and he's a good passer as well if teams come and double team, but he has a knack of finishing, a really good touch around the basket. But like he said, he worked on it, and you know, when guys work on their game and they show improvement on it, we want to allow them to, you know, to showcase their, you know, those talents when the game comes.
Did you see margin of victory as important today, and did that go into some of the decisions later on?
Well, no, I mean, margin. You look at margin of victory, and you left 10 free throws, you know, on the floor. So I mean, I think you look at, I mean, it's good. We got a 20-point win. I think that maybe helped some numbers or whatnot. But for us, again, it's just like, you know, we don't really have time to focus on it. We just got time to focus on trying to get healthy, trying to get well, trying to get our younger guys. Because I mean, like, it's just guys that have done some good things that didn't touch the floor tonight. I mean, Isaiah West. I mean, I hate that I can't give him. Kid does a lot of good things for us, but you shorten the rotation a little bit, try to, you know, maintain some rhythm with guys that you're trying to get back. I mean, maybe if Tyron's healthy, maybe he probably maybe don't play as many minutes as he did tonight, you know, because we could fill in with some of those roles. But trying to get him game conditioned and probably, you know, stretching him a little longer than we normally would.
You mentioned Carter and Ven being good passers. Tasso seems to be one also. Is that a recruiting emphasis point for you with bigs recently?
Yeah, I mean, I think we always looking for bigs that can space the floor a little bit. Tassos can definitely do that, yeah, being able to, you know, when we hit the post, we like to use our split games and different things like that, some actions out of the post to get some looks from three. So it's good to have big men that are adept at making on-time, on-target passes, and we got a good group of that right now.
You had 5 scorers in double figures today. How encouraging was it for you to see that balance?
It's just encouraging to see us, you know, make some shots. I mean, I think the fact, you know, we haven't really changed anything, and you know, defensively, we just ran into some teams that have really shot it at a high clip from three, and it's kind of throwing off our numbers from our defensive standpoint. But I think we're still guarding the two, we're still guarding the paint really well, and then, you know, nobody shot lights out on us tonight, so I think that improved. But you know, of all the 5 returners that we got coming back from last year, only one has played in every game, and that's Paul Lewis. So I just think we still, I honestly don't know what our best lineup is right now. We still, I mean, like, you know, as soon as we get a couple guys back, you know, one goes down. So once we get that and we have a chance to see exactly, but you know, it's that big lineup is tempting right now. I mean, when you get all those, you know, Carter, Ben, you know, Colin at the 3, you know, maybe Ben at ET at some 2. That's a really, really long lineup that I think could bode well, especially once we get into conference play. But we got a few more games before we have to figure that out.
This might be tough to answer, but what percentage would you say Ezra's playing at right now? And is, I mean, at least compared to late last season and kind of early in the season, at least before.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably at 70%, right? But his heart is at 110, so that always going to count for him. I mean, he has the biggest heart of, you know, probably any kid that I've ever coached, and so I just think it's infectious. It's infectious to his teammates whenever they know. You know, he wasn't even really able to go at practice. I mean, he was limited at shoot-around this morning, but we know when the time's on the clock, when the 40 minutes on the clock, he's gonna give us everything he has. So we respect that. I respect the hell out of that kid, and I think his teammates do as well.
What have you seen from Jason Rivera-Torres lately?
You know, Jason's been doing some good things. Like I said, it's not about, Jason has the ability to make shots, but again, when we watch film, it's like the other things that you need to do, just be solid, not come in the game and start ad-libbing and doing different things. Maybe what you did in high school, where they were maybe a big deny team. We're not a big deny team. We want to be solid. We want to send, guys uphill and, in delay action and stuff. So, but he's improving with it. I mean, he's open-minded to, to getting better. He knows he's making strides, and, same thing with Malik. Just be solid. I want you to, we watch, just like we watch game film, we watch practice film. So you got to show me that you can do it in practice film, so I can trust you in the games, and they're doing a better job of that. So I'm proud of those guys, the steps that they're taking, but they still got a long ways to go. He's gonna have nights where he comes in and gives us a spark. He's gonna have nights where he may not have it that night, but I want the consistent effort of doing it on the defensive end, and I think they're starting to understand that.
Collins, that last guy to get healthy, how's he doing?
Yeah, he's we got the first day of his ramp up tomorrow. So I think we got to, we're off tomorrow, but we're going to bring him in for a workout in the morning, and I think, from that he got 4 days. So it's a positive, definitely a positive. He's feeling better. He was getting some shots up today. He had his Michael Jackson going, so I think he's getting back to where he needs to be.
Thanks, Coach.
Cool.
Thank you.